What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So if you haven't seen it before, simple stuff. I put 100 characters into this tournament with the help of your guys' suggestions for characters, and then each day on the channel, besides Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. I'll talk about the two characters in the match, try to make a case why they might make sense for Smash DLC, and then we'll vote down in the comments. If you want to know all the rules and stuff, I will throw that up on screen here for you guys right about now. And as you can see, the number one thing is, remember, this is for fun. Why is that a rule? Because we have characters that are assist trophies, me costumes, spirits, characters that are disconfirmed, you know, characters that won't happen. The reason it's fun is because, basically, think of it this way. If it were up to you, would you put that character as a playable character in Smash Bros? Regardless of their situation. Throw that out the window, that doesn't matter. Would you put them in the game as a DLC character? Do you want them to be playable? If you do, you could absolutely drop a vote for them, completely fine. But how do you vote? That's simple. You just type the name of the character that you're voting for the day. So as an example, today's matchup is actually a pretty good one. It is Captain Toad taking on Spyro the Dragon. So you type one of those two characters' names down in the comments section. If you are having a bit trouble trying to decide who to vote for, you are allowed to vote for both by simply typing both. Or if you, I don't know, if you just can't decide. I actually just said that, didn't I? But yeah, you can vote for both. Rest of the rules, though, double elimination tournament, meaning any character has to lose twice before they're eliminated. Once we get to the results, voting-wise, to see who wins and loses, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, I'm just going to flip a coin. It's the fairest way to break a tie. That way the matches can keep rolling on. And each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week. So today is what? Today's Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. So that means we'll get the results of today's matchup next Thursday. So it's 1 week period that the voting for each match is open. Pretty simple stuff. So let's jump into the results and the matchup for today. All right, so the results from last week was Hat Kid from Hat in Time taking on Pauline from the Super Mario franchise. And I'm not too surprised about who won, but let's just show it. Let's just show it. No wasting time here. Pauline ended up winning with 47 votes, and Hat Kid only had 29. But don't worry, Hat Kid fans, she's still in the tournament. Just in the loser bracket now, so she's going to have a bit tougher time. So another loss, then she's done. But yeah, there you go. So congrats to Pauline moving on to the next round of the winner's bracket. She'll take on Phoenix, right? But that's weeks away at this point. So we'll get there eventually. But yeah, so there's the results. So let's go to the matchup. Let's go to that matchup. Oh boy, Captain Toad. Treasure Tracker, you know, that whole series. Taking on Spyro the Dragon. Ooh, okay. Okay, we got ourselves a nice little matchup here. Let's talk about this. Who's up first? Captain Toad, right? Yeah. Captain Toad, big point right off the bat. Super Smash Bros. Is a Nintendo All-Star game. It is a gaming All-Stars type of game. There's a lot of third-party guest characters, which I don't think anyone really has that big of an issue with. We still want to see Nintendo characters. A lot of us do, especially DLC. Nintendo don't shy away from first party. I'm just saying, don't shy away from it. Nothing wrong with third party, but hey. Anyway, my point. This started as a Nintendo All-Star game with no third party characters. Eventually they got added on later on. But if you look at the roster, currently the way it sits, and you think of iconic Nintendo characters, such as Toad, such as Dixie Kong, such as, dare I say, Waluigi in a way, you know, you got these iconic Nintendo characters, and they're not playable on the roster. I kind of feel that's a kind of a shame, honestly. Like, how did they get omitted from the roster at this point? How did Captain Toad only become a spirit? How did Dixie Kong only be a spirit? They should have been playable characters long time ago. Now, you can make a case for regular version, you know, Red Hat Toad, Blue Hat Toad, whatever you want to call it. You can make a case for Toad. But in general, I'm saying Captain Toad, they're all under the same mushroom hat in this case. So, Captain Toad, why could he work? Moveset is actually simple. Again, first party character, Nintendo business-wise, all the money goes to them. They don't have to, you know, they get, in a way, they kind of get to save a little money. They don't have to go out and spend for the licensing and all that stuff to acquire a third-party character. So they get a little bit more money back in their pocket. That's the case for any first-party character. But first-party Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was a pretty big hit for the Wii U. Yes, if you're a big hit on the Wii U, you did something right. Because, you know, all 6 of us that owned a Wii U, we pretty much bought and played there, right? So, yeah, great game. I think it got ported to the 3DS. And didn't it come out on the Switch as well with additional DLC? I think so. I didn't buy the Switch one, so... But I'm pretty sure it came out on the Switch, had some additional DLC, or something along the lines like that. But let me talk Moveset. Moveset is very simple. Now, somebody's going to say, Captain Toad can't jump, excuse me, can't jump, can't be in the game. Now, if my facts are correct, they might be wrong. They actually might be. Olmar, he doesn't jump either, does he? I'm pretty sure he just uses Pikmin to get around. So, jumping is not an issue. You're just going to add the jump effect to the actual character for Captain Toad. Fun little fact. Captain Toad, okay. Fun little almost kind of might be a fact. Captain Toad might not be able to jump because his backpack is too heavy. I've had numerous people tell me that. So, if his backpack is empty, I guess he can jump. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. Kind of maybe something worth noting. But anyway, moveset. Here's a little mock-up from somebody that they did online, but a lot of easy stuff. He's got his big old head. He's got the headlamp on there. You could use that for headbutts. All right, there's something there. It could be a quick up tilt. Boom, simple stuff right there. Probably gonna have something to do with punches and kicks. Your AAA combo that might be in there somewhere as well. Punching and kick, I suppose, makes sense. He does have pickaxes. You could use that for a maybe like a side special. Maybe swipes. Maybe that could be the smash attack. He's got a turnip cannon. That's also on screen. Yep, turnip cannon. He does have a minecart. You could use that for a side special. Jump into the minecart and go sliding whatever direction, you know. And then you won't stop until maybe you crash into something. Or you could just jump out on your own. And then you could just let the minecart keep going. So like, playing a Final Destination. You're at the far left of the stage and you use the special. And the cart just starts going, and you can press, like, you know, the jump button to get out, but the cart would keep going, so it's like another sort of projectile type of something that the opponent would have to worry about, so you can kind of catch him off guard with stuff like that. He does have, I don't know, like the treasure, like maybe diamonds? I think you could use something along the lines of one of the, somehow incorporate treasure into his moveset, so I don't know, pull out a diamond, I don't know, chuck it at somebody, you could use that for a projectile. I suppose that kind of works, you know, fits the character at least. Let's see, I did say the turnip cannon. He does have the turnip pluck as well, similar to Peach, but hey, it still fits the character, so it could work. Again, always a side note, special note, whatever, I don't know. Captain Toad, if he ever becomes a playable character, Captain Toadette needs to be an alternate skin. It just has to be a thing. Or at least, maybe she could be an Echo Fighter? Maybe? I don't know. If she's not an Echo Fighter, she better be an alternate skin. Just saying. But anyway, like, moveset is very easy to come up with. The jumping thing, that's not really an issue. And he's very recognizable. Would be a fun character. Any character can honestly be fun, so that's not really saying too much. But anyway, great character nonetheless. He is a Nintendo icon. How is a version of Toad not being playable yet on the roster? I'm still scratching my head on that one. So, let's talk about his opponent, though. A big third-party character. Spyro the Dragon. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is Spyro made it to the finals of my last tournament. Didn't win the whole thing, but he made it to the finals. So there are Spyro supporters out there, not surprisingly. But Spyro, a lot of people still think he's a PlayStation character, which is really funny because he isn't. He had this whole Skylanders thing, and Nintendo got in with the Skylanders thing. They brought a Bowser and a Donkey Kong one, and that kind of inspired Nintendo to do their line of Amiibos, their Toys to Life product. So, like, Spyro has some really cool ties with Nintendo, has been on Nintendo consoles in the past, had a GameCube game, did have the Reignited trilogy, that came out on the Switch, and, like, he's got the cartoony graphic style of character that just fits very well with Smash Bros. As well. And, like, another big thing that I love about Spyro as well, he's not a humanoid character. We have so many humanoid characters. Let's get something somewhat different. A dragon, perfect. running around on 4 legs. I know I definitely see the comments. Anytime I'll mention a 4-legged character, some people have an issue seeing like a 4-legged character in a fighting game. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But I guess my argument would be, remember, this is not a traditional fighter game. So I don't think it makes them like too out of the ordinary. I think that's what helps make Spyro a bit more unique and different and a bit more fun to play as. Sure, we do have some quadrupedal characters like Duck Hunt, like Ivysaur. Is that it? Is that all we got? I think that's all we have. I think so. I don't know. Anyway, Spyro, though, big name. If he was in the Fighter Pass, you know, if you happen to be character number 5, it'd be a great way to end the Fighter Pass. It's also a character that nobody... Okay, I want to be careful how I say it. Nobody's speculating that much about Spyro. All the speculation is on Crash, Geno, Doomslayer, maybe Sora a little bit, Lloyd Irving right now. Agumon I've been seeing get mentioned a little bit here and there, but Spyro is not a character that a lot of people are... I don't think they're taking heavily into consideration, and he could fit pretty well. He could fit moveset-wise. Easy, he's a dragon. He's got the wings. Obviously, you could do stuff with the wings. You could have a little soaring mechanic for his jumps. He does have headbutts. He's got flames. You can fire breath. You got that. He has a charging headbutt, so that could be like a side special. You could just do a regular headbutt, you know, for a quick little like A button. You know, it could be like headbutt, you know, his AAA combo could be like headbutt, and then maybe like he quickly turns around and does like a tail slash or something like that. Maybe that could be interesting. But, like, Spyro, I mean, come on. Okay, another argument, though. Activision. They're a company that has no reps in Smash Bros. We're just going to say, I think more people are on board, even if they're a Spyro fan. I feel that at least I see this quite a bit more. More people are on board with the idea that if Activision were to get a playable rep, they feel Crash is going to come first before Spyro. I'd love to see both of them. How would you like to see that for like a surprise announcement? Like, imagine this. Like, over a year ago, Nintendo finalized their Fighter Pass. And say they actually got Crash Bandicoot, right? And then the Game Awards are coming up, so just going off the top of my head. Say they reveal Crash Bandicoot for DLC character number 5. And then at the end of the night, they show Crash again. But Spyro happens to pop in as well, and Spyro might be, you know, DLC character number 1 after the Fighters Pass, you know? So that'd be a really cool way to kind of introduce both of them, if that were to happen. So I don't know, for me, fun character, both these characters I would truly love, but for me, the way I'm voting for this one, Spyro's getting my vote. Simply because I think Spyro, for me, I think I have a little bit more of an attachment to Spyro, but I will never argue the point that Toad deserves a playable rep. Any Toad deserves a playable rep to be in Smash Bros. So I'm not going to argue that. If any of those characters happen to get in, no complaints on my end here. So yeah, I'm going Spyro. Captain Toad's just not my number 1 Mario rep I want to see. It goes Waluigi, King Boo, and then any version of Toad for me. But yeah, anyway, that is going to be it. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments, and we'll give you a little sneak peek for tomorrow. Speaking of another Nintendo All-Star that's not playable, Dixie Kong is in tomorrow's tournament, but oofda, she's she's facing Sephiroth. Sephiroth is coming off the win against Tetris L Block, who kind of got disconfirmed with the Tetris event, I guess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dixie Kong against Sephiroth is the matchup tomorrow, and then we'll get the results of some other matchup. Here we go. We'll get the results of Paper Mario, who's taking on Porky Minch. That's tomorrow, but today's today. Today's wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed, as always, and hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.